Hey Supernatural fans! So I just wanted to take a few minutes before heading into the reviews that I keep promising to talk a little bit about Swan Song. Some of you might be wondering why I didn't put Swan Song in my top 10, and that is because I completely forgot about it. Like, this episode had such an impact on me that I seriously blocked it out of my mind for the past 4 or 5 months or however long it's been. Like, it's ridiculous. I completely forgot about it. I mean, I've never cried so hard ever in an episode. That is just, it was brilliant. It was just perfect. It was the perfect ending. I've been predicting for the past 2 years to my friend Laura that that's how things were going to end. That it was going to come down to Dean versus Sam, and that at least one of them was going to die. And that doesn't mean that I want it to be right. And I just can't get over how epically it ended and how epic the entire story was and what a perfect circle it was. I mean, for the longest time, I felt like it was a big plot hole that everybody kept telling Dean that he was the one who had to save the world from Lucifer, who had to prevent the apocalypse. And I felt like we got cheated out of that because, you know, it didn't happen that way. But it did happen that way. I've come to realize that he actually did end up saving the world. It was the dedication to his brother that had always been his tragic flaw that ended up saving the world in the end, which is completely poetic and crazy. And seriously, Eric Kripke, I realize that you didn't mean for things to be that perfect, but they turned out pretty gosh darn perfect. Obviously, Chuck said it the best in that episode where he says, "Up against good, evil, angels, devils, destiny, and God himself. They made their own choice. They chose family." And well, isn't that kind of the whole point? Oh, brilliant. So brilliant. I cannot get over how awesome that show was. Yes, I'm saying was. Obviously, it was supposed to end at the end of season 5. Obviously, it didn't. And obviously, it is majorly sucking so far. But more on that later. So Swan Song definitely deserves number 1. Hands down on my top 10 list. I feel ridiculous for not including it to begin with. So I have an updated list for you guys. I also bumped off some of the ones that I realized didn't deserve to be on my top 10. Or anybody's top 10. So there it is. I hope you guys can see it. As you see, I've also added on the end there. And the reason why I added on the end, it wasn't really the best portrayal of the future I think they could have done, but they did it really well anyway. I love seeing Sam portray Lucifer for the first time. It was really gorgeous, and Jared is a talented actor, and I was really impressed by the way he could switch that on and off. No, I'm all about the futuristic apocalyptic type settings, so that was really cool as well. And it was very important for the story, very important for the entire arc. Very important for everything, so I kind of included it in there. Obviously, I'm undecided. I was going to write some more there, but those are my not-so-final top 10 now. Swan Song, number 1. A Very Supernatural Christmas. No Rest for the Wicked. On the Head of a Pin. Yellow Fever. Mystery Spot. As you can see, I did take Bad Day at Black Rock off, as well as What Is and What Should Never Be, or whatever that one's called, because I realized that I was writing those down for nostalgic sake and not necessarily because I believe those were my top 10 favorite episodes. So All Hell Breaks Loose Part 2, still find that one very important. Dream a Little Dream of Me, still like that one a lot. And Monster at the End of This Book stayed. So hope you enjoyed that update. I really love talking about Swan Song. It makes me so sad. Like, I literally blocked it out of my head, but it was brilliant. It was gorgeous. I loved it, and I hated it, and I loved it. I remember just being absolutely horrified and also impressed that was Eric's plan all along, and I'm positive that was the way it was supposed to end. So bye bye for now.